Hello everyone and welcome to this Sunday edition of Tea and Thoughts, where I get to have tea and I get to invite people that I respect, friends, to come and have a chat with me about any topic of interest. It could be business, it could be food, it could be travel. And today I have next to me I have a friend of mine who has been he's been in my life for very many years. I think at the very least, maybe more than 10 years now. We've known each other for many years. And I want to first thank him for visiting me, because he is a very busy man. So it's amazing. Just getting him around this coach has been difficult. But a couple of weeks ago, I made a video on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. I made a video asking how people are faring throughout the COVID and what steps people are taking basically to help, cut expenses, the things they are doing, especially for business people, the people that have businesses that are suffering throughout this time. And there's many types of business that have been affected. And one of them that's been greatly affected is the leisure industry, the tour industry, the industry that, makes people have a good time. That industry has been greatly affected. And I'm in one of them. I ran a tour business for the last couple of years. I'm doing car rentals. And it has been a very challenging time, and I made a video talking about it briefly and basically trying to figure out how other people are doing. And so just having Charles here next to me, maybe I'll just get his insights about him. But first, I'd like him to just introduce himself in a few words and just say, who he is and where he's from and what he's up to.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on your show, man, and your platform. This is really awesome. From an idea to a concept to what you're doing right now. So for the viewers, my name is Charles Mwakio, and I'm a very good friend to Kelvin. I think we've known each other for more than 10 years now. I think 12 years, from high school all the way to university, and now life, as we navigate life. I am a businessman. I am also a public speaker, in that I speak in front of platforms and audiences. I also host events as an MC. And I train people as well. So in a nutshell, I like to say I'm an entertainer and an educator and an entrepreneur. That's in a nutshell. I like to say about that. And I'm glad to be on the show. So let me know what you like us to discuss.
First I wanna let's just go back. Let's just go back years, because the other thing that I didn't mention is that I went to university with Charles.
Yeah.
For in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And as you know, we've both lived in Mombasa, and so going to university in Nairobi, it was a different lifestyle. The culture was different.
Definitely.
How did you get to the entertainment world? Like, how did you get yourself to, like, okay, I can actually be an entertainer here? Because you've done events within the school, events that have made you a lot more popular than you had even thought you'd become around the school. So tell us about that. Like, tell us about the origin story of how you decided to go into entertainment and emceeing, and how far it's brought you.
It's a good question, because as you said, mimi ni Jamala Pwani, Jamala Mombasa, and Mombasane 001, as now we like to call it. I was growing up. I was very shy. People don't realize this. I was talkative. I was chatty. But I was very shy in front of big audiences, and but I was very chatty, like conversation-wise. I'd like to talk. I like to chat with people, like relatives. I would come home and I'd chat with them, and I'd go home, Ushago, as we like to say it in young, barani, nkenda bara, kuna kana zee naongea na wao. And when I got into campus, I started doing acting. I loved acting because it was something that I could do. I liked mimicking accents. So I liked making accents, and just trying to do very different accents. And I started doing acting in campus. So I started acting, and that later on led to me developing an interest to hosting events in 2010. There's a guy called Stone. I credit a lot of my MC success to him, because he held my hand, initial success, and he helped my hand, and he got me to stage. And that's how I got into MCing. I started hosting events in campus from 2010 to 2012 when I graduated. After 2012, I went into employment, and while I was doing MC on the side, 2014, full force Yaman, you can get to full force, head down. I went into MC full time, and that's how I got into entertainment.
So when you got into employment,
Yeah.
as you're doing MCing on the side,
Yes.
which of those two did you feel like at that time, which one was bringing the most money? Was it the employment side or the MCing?
The employment side, definitely. So, because employment is a constant income. Every month you get a salary, and I was in sales, so maybe you'd end up getting bonuses and everything. But every month is a salary. The
MCing,
yeah,
it requires brand.
Yeah,
you need to be you need to be also like well networked.
Yeah,
right?
well networked. It requires a lot of work for you to get a constant, like month to month, you're getting a check coming in, and that wasn't happening. And that it wasn't happening. So the employment was definitely a constant income. Yeah.
And how long did you do the employment, like the first job? How long did you stay there for?
I joined employment in September 2012. I can't forget it because I graduated in August 2012, and September 2012 I got a job. I was doing furniture sales. Yeah.
So basically,
actually
because I know a lot of people
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
who finished university
Yeah.
and took a very long time before they got their first job. So just elaborate what methods, like what did you do to get the job just as quickly as possible?
You'd be surprised. I actually got a job via Twitter.
Really?
Yes.
Social media.
Social media. So there's this lady who came to campus in 2012. And then I said this lady, and she's called Mutoni Maingi. She's now works at Oxfam. Very good friend of mine, actually. And then we schooled with the brother Paul Maingi in campus. But Mutoni Maingi came to give a talk, and I was the MC. I was one of the coordinators at this career fair 2012, and I saw her, and then I was at that time I was learning how to use Twitter when I was on campus, and I followed her on Twitter. And after that, I think Twitter allowed you to DM someone or tag someone. I think I tweeted something to her, and we had a conversation. And she, I would always tag her, going on. This is now 2012, I think early 2012. And upon my graduation, I think we had a conversation. I took her email, I emailed her, and she was a brand manager for a furniture company that was selling, it was called Ramara. I was selling high-end furniture in Westland, in Lavington. So she said to me, Charles, would you be interested in this position? This is now, September. Literally, it was just by luck. Like, I told her I've just graduated, I've finished, I'm looking for new employment opportunities. And she said, okay, there's this guy who's interested in looking for a showroom sales guy. Would you be interested to come in and would you be interested for the position? Something like that. And I said, yeah, definitely. I went there, I went for the interview, I impressed the guys. And that's how I got a job, from Twitter to a job. I wrote this article, I haven't talked about this before. Like, I literally got a job because of Twitter.
From Twitter, guys.
From Twitter.
Tweet more.
Tweet more. Yeah.
Because obviously, we've had a lot of backlash around social media and how it's being used. You know? People tend to think, other people use it for escapism, but then along the way, people have started almost resenting social media and putting it in a place where it's now becoming like this evil thing. But then the people who take advantage of it for businesses, for, if they want to become more famous, they actually get that.
Yeah.
I think there's almost like a disconnect of like what someone actually wants to do when they actually go into social media, and other people get jobs out of it. So it is really a good thing, because that's just how the internet works. You kind of just start conversations with people you don't know, and they end up becoming pillars in your life.
The thing is, I came to discover social media. It's another story. In 2008, just after we were done with high school, I went to a cyber cafe and I discovered social media. Then I went, I was on Facebook, and I took a photo of the webcam, and that was my first ever Facebook profile picture. And 2012, when I got the job because of Twitter, I knew social media was it. Like, this is it. I could feel it in my heart, and I was very active in Twitter back then. Very active, like I tweeted every day, like 8 tweets. Then I went, reduced the amount of content. Now I'm back, and I'm like, now I want to just,
Now you want to go.
Yeah, so I can credit a lot of my career success opportunities to social media.
So, we all know Ramara was not the last job you did.
Yes.
Or at least I know. So, just quickly just take us through the journey of how you moved from Ramara up to where you are right now. We're in 2020. We're talking about like an 8-year run around the world.
Yeah,
so
literally around the world.
It's literally around the world. So just tell the viewers more about that.
Oh my. 2013, so I got a job 2012 September. I finished sales. I did that from 2012 September till March 2013. I then left the furniture sales. I was a very nice opportunity, a very nice job. I loved it. I was selling high-end furniture. I was getting to talk to people. I learned a lot about design. I went into then software development. There's a gentleman again, the gentleman who helped me join emceeing Stone. I called him Stone, John Mutai. He was working at a software company called Endeavor Africa. And that time they were looking for sales guys. They're like, yo, you want a job? Like, are you looking for a position here? They're hiring business development executives. And I was like, no, I've never sold software. So the guy called me and said, look here, why don't you come for an interview, meet our manager. He'll interview you and you see whether you're a good candidate. I went for the interview. The guy loved me. And I was like, why do you love me? And I don't know anything about software. I don't know much about tech. I didn't come from a tech background. And he's like, okay, we're going to get a job. And I got a job. And that's how I went into software. So 2014 April till 2014 April. I worked for 1 year. I left in 2014 April to then pursue my dream. And that was there's an NGO that we had then co-founded, which is now still there, Hifadhi Africa, with my partners, and to pursue this public speaking dream, to just become a public speaker, to MC, to train, and to do motivational speaking. And that's 2014. I did that from 2014 till actually did it for 6 months, end of 2014. Then I came back to Mombasa, December 2014, to help my parents in the family business. Band restaurant in Mombasa. I did 2015. I did that in 2015, and then I was doing back and forth Nairobi, Mombasa. So I would get a gig in Mombasa. In Nairobi, I'd travel, go to Nairobi, do a gig, come back to Mombasa, help the family business. Then 2016, I decided to move back to Nairobi now to focus on the NGO and to focus on the MCing. And then that's now how I started now getting to other businesses. I went to now in 2016. I went into a team building business, an outdoor company called Nairobi Challenge Seekers. I met some guys, we met in Rotaract, and we started a company called Nairobi Challenge Seekers, an outdoor company, still there. And then we later on formed another company called Adept Advisory, which was an advisory company that focused on teamwork, specifically just on teamwork. Still running as well, some of the enterprises I'm involved in. And then from 2016, 2017, I went into business fully. I was now fully in business. I was doing MCing. So I was doing the NGO, I was doing the team building business, I'm doing the MCing. Then I went back into software as a business again, 2017, and then 2018 I did that. So from then I've been doing business back and forth. Just a mix of businesses a lot. Even in Mombasa, I was doing business. Apart from the family business, I started another company in Mombasa as well. That was in technology. So yeah, I've been in business in and out actually. Yeah, juggling as many things,
Juggling as many things.
Yeah.
So now, fast forward to 2020. We are now in June of 2020. We're about 3 months in. Let's say 3 months into COVID, right? And as you can see, COVID has really affected a lot of businesses. And one of the businesses that has been affected is the events business, which is linked to the things that you do at the moment, which is MCing, right?
And training
training, all the outdoor things.
It's a lot of contact, business, team building.
A lot of that.
Yeah.
And you've been greatly affected.
Sana jama.
Because of it. So just tell us about how you felt first.
Yeah.
The first time you actually heard about COVID. Like, what were you thinking about it? When COVID was still in China.
When COVID was still in China, we were busy planning for an event called Sabuni Fest. It was a festival that we host under one of the outdoor companies that I'm involved in. And this is January, so we're busy planning this event for April 10th, Easter Friday. And I'm hearing about this thing in China. I'm like, okay, it sounds serious. It sounds serious. And come towards Jan, towards Feb, and we start feeling the heat. We're like, okay, guys, what do we need to do? I didn't think it would affect a lot of business. I thought it would be like just restrictions and everything. Come March, I remember when the president gave the speech, I think March 15th. I remember I called you, and we were having a lot of conversation between me, and I was calling, yo, jamaa, umesikia, nini. And you're telling me, yo, I think you're better off being in Mombasa with your family, because Mombasa is home. Mom and dad are here, and my sibling is here, my brother.
Yes.
And you're telling me, I think you're better off being in Mombasa. I know it's home, because I was, when I was thinking about the lockdown, there's my friend who's in Wuhan. She studied in Wuhan, and she was telling me the experience about lockdown. It's literally you can't leave your house. Huwezi toka nje nyumba yako. And that was a big thing. Like I was actually scared. I was actually like, shit. Being a bachelor in Nairobi, I can't leave my house. And I literally, I rarely cook. That's the first thing that came to live. And talala njaa jamaa. Like
Literally,
yeah.
sleep hungry.
And we had a conversation with you, and you said, "Look, I think you're better off." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I need to come to Mombasa." And then, but then I thought it would be like for a month, like I'd be able to travel back.
I remember even the conversation. I literally said, Charles, you'd rather be stuck, somewhere where you can actually go to the beach, because you do not, you didn't. I myself, just knowing myself, I've lived in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And there is no way, knowing that I have a place in Mombasa, there is no way I would have wanted to get stuck in Nairobi. So, what was going on?
Yeah, I was, coming from Mombasa, that's one of the many moments. I'm like, dude, I'm lucky that I come from Mombasa, and I can actually go to I have family in Mombasa that I can actually go home and chill, and dude, I was like, if I don't do it, I'd probably be sad, because one, I don't even in Nairobi, I don't stay in my house the whole day. I'm always out, I'm traveling. So I knew just being indoor locked is just gonna be like a bad thing for me. And with that in mind, I was like, look here, I need to be in Mombasa. So, and also, the folks that called me and told me, look here, why don't you come down and try and see what you can do with the family business, and just, this is COVID period. I was like, cool. So I came down. Help out. And I just, look here. And now I was like, I can run everything virtually. So there was no team building business. We had like so many cancellations. We had so many clients booked in. I had so many MC gigs booked in. Cancelled. I was like, okay, what am I going to do in Nairobi? I just need my laptop and my phone to work remotely, and that's it. So I took my laptop and I just came on. And I remember you picked me up. Actually, we should actually have that video of you picking me up at the SGR station.
Because I literally was like, if that's the problem, I'm going to actually come and pick you up.
Yeah, and everyone was like scared of social distancing. No, it's still there. Like, it's still there. Like, social distancing.
Yeah, at that time, things were at that time, people were more scared than now.
And that was the situation.
So now we're already 3 months in. How are you feeling? Just being within the confines of COVID-19, and how our government has been leading us, trying to give us information about how how serious this thing actually is. Hence, extending the lockdown period between the counties. And how are you feeling right now?
Yeah,
just being in Mombasa, and also, what do you think is going to happen in the next couple of months? Like, what do you think is going to happen in this space, in this event space? Like, do you feel like events are going to be coming back soon, or do you think this is 2020 over?
I don't think 2020 is cancelled. My take would be, it's been a challenge. It's been a very tough business challenge. With that in mind, I believe that things are going to get better. But for now, it's bad. It's really good.
Hey guys, back again, Tea and Thoughts. The camera disconnected for memory purposes, but I was asking Charles a very, very important question. I was asking him, do you think 2020 is over now?
2020 is not over. I don't believe it's cancelled. I have definitely faced, with other people in the event industry, there's a lot of challenges that we faced. Not a lot, but business-wise, events being cancelled. But I believe events will come back. There'll be more restrictions to doing events. Maybe the number of people, the requirements that you need to do an event, there'll be more restrictions. I do believe they'll be there. Maybe some events might not necessarily be there, but I can see there's a bit of a shift. I've seen a wedding, I've seen an MC hosting a wedding with 15 people. So events might come, maybe less number of people. We definitely look. It's now June. I'm happy that the lockdown will ease down, and we can put the right measures to, just in case we have a surge or the cases peak, we can take care of that. I have definitely had to rework and relook at my business model. Especially in all my businesses. So like the team building business, we're now doing digital team building, remote virtual team building. So for guys, for virtual teams, over the internet and using digital platforms.
Different, huh?
Yeah, it's very different. We have to shift. Like, we have a new product that we launched in the team building business. I'm now doing my trainings virtually. I'm doing a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of WhatsApp calls, and I'm doing a lot of coaching calls online. I haven't been able to MC a function, but I want to I'm thinking of some few products that I can do here with my team to now just, rework around what people are now calling new normal.
Yeah, new normal.
Yeah.
How far ahead were you getting the event booking businesses? Like, how far ahead were the bookings when on normal days?
Funny thing, like during the COVID period, I've had a booking for a wedding that's happening in February 2021. So before COVID, I was having bookings 3-6 months, weddings
In advance?
Yeah, literally. So I had a client saying in October I'm having this gig. In January I had a client say in April I'll contact you about this gig. Especially emceeing gigs, weddings, which I also MC, I also host, and those ones are 1 year. Like, and brides are very particular. They're like, I want you to MC my function. It's happening next year. I booked you. So that's how far I've been able to get a booking a year in advance. Yeah.
So, tea and thoughts, guys. Charles, thank you very much for again taking your time to come and visit me, and I'll be bringing him back soon for other discussions that I'll be talking about in some of the videos that I'm making, and I will link his social media handles so that you can follow him up and follow him through his journey. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.